Welcome to my channel. This is my first YouTube video, so excuse the quality. I am using my iPhone. But this video is going to be super short, sweet, to the point. I'm just talking about what it's like being an English major. Today I'm just talking about what it's like being an English major. A lot of people ask me like, oh, what is it like to be? No, I'm just kidding. Nobody asked me that, but I just feel like I just need to clarify and just give my opinion on it for anybody who wants to be an English major, which is not a lot of people. So yeah, I have a couple points that I just want to hit. It's not going to be too long or whatever. So first things first, why I love my major. So I feel like English, being an English major is a great way to learn about society and its progression or downfall. It's a real perspective that I think we don't get when we're in high school and middle school, because a lot of the textbooks and things that we've read came from people who actually didn't experience what we are reading about. They're very one-sided, and it's not credible, you know what I mean? Whereas now I'm reading things from people who were actually there. They actually have a voice. They actually know what they're talking about, and it makes it so much more real and alive to read it. I also love my major because I feel like I've gained a sense of humility and compassion for a lot of different things that I did not really understand before I came into this major. It's given me an appreciation for culture, for sure, because I only knew my culture, and I'm from Ghana. That's all I knew. But there's so many people out there who can't fit into this American society box, not because they don't want to, but because of what they've been through in the past, which you can find out by reading their literature. So yeah, and when I was younger, I found that literature was a way for me to escape a lot of the things that I was going through. I'm from Houston. I don't know if they did this in wherever you're from, but we had AR tests. So you would read a book, take a test, and win prizes. And y'all, I was like AR champ. Like, I made it all the way to the top to where they had to start making shit up. Like, I was just that good. You know what I mean? But but yeah, I felt like reading was a way for me to really, like I said, escape some things that I was going through. And reading now, oh my gosh, it's literally amazing. Like, I don't care what nobody says. It's amazing because you're reading these things and you're able to grasp and understand new details because you have so much background knowledge now that if an author says something and you know it's BS, you can call that BS out, man. And it feels so good to be like, nope, you're wrong. Like, it just feels like you have this like different power or this different knowledge that a lot of people don't have. So that's why I love my major. I feel like it's made me a more humble person. I've gained a lot of humility from it, and I've learned a lot of things that I feel like can transcend English. Like, I can use whatever I've learned now to do a lot of different things. So yeah. So number two is people don't take English majors seriously. And I think the reason that is because English is hard to define. You know, it's not just the study of language. It's a study of culture, society, a group of people through literature and text. And it's even more than that. It's about analyzing, synthesizing, critical thinking. You have to be able to read 20 pages and pull like 3 things that summarizes everything. If that ain't critical thinking, I don't know what the heck is, because that's hard, okay? So when people, you know, say like, oh, well, you already know how to speak English, or oh, you already know how to read it. Okay, damn, I know how to read and write, but can you write 20 pages? That's what I thought. But yeah, it's just more to it than that. I feel like people don't take English majors seriously also because people don't come in saying they want to be an English major. Like, I don't hear nobody from high school being like, yeah, when I go to college, I'm majoring in English. Like, I don't hear that. Everybody wants to do STEM or COM or whatever. No shade to them. Like, I was a STEM major. It didn't work out. But, you know, it is what it is. So, yeah, I feel like if you are an English major, you need to be proud about it. It took me a while to be like, yeah, I'm an English major. What now? Because being African, you know, my parents weren't really, they were like, English? Like, what are you talking about? You're not, tell me you're not paying thousands of dollars to major in something that you already know how to do. Okay. So it was really difficult explaining to them, or explaining to like older people, or people who haven't really been to, no offense, but people who haven't really been to college. Sometimes they, when I say English, they're kind of like, yikes. Try again. But yeah, so I feel like us English majors should be proud and bold and really teaching people about what we are gaining from our major. So yeah. Number 3 is the hardest part about being an English major. I would say for me, it's that, so I go to a PWI, and a lot of people who I know who are in the Black community are not majoring in English. They're definitely doing STEM, computer science, comm, and that's great. More power to them. But it's very difficult because being an English major, sometimes you want to know if this professor is good or not. And yeah, there's rate my professor, but like, it's better if you know somebody who's taking it, so that I can be like, oh yeah, take Huckabee, she's bomb. Or don't take Finley, like he grades papers really hard, like he can tell if you copied from Wikipedia, stuff like that. Whereas in STEM, I felt like people had already taken these professors. These were professors that have been here for like years, you know what I mean? Whereas in English, it's a lot of new professors all the time. Like, I could say a name to English major, and they'd be like, oh, I don't know who she is. Like, she probably just came. You know what I mean? So in a sense, it is a bit challenging, because there's not somebody that I can be like, oh, can I see your notes from, this person's class, because this person is new, and they, you know what I mean? So it's a bit harder, whereas my STEM friends, people that have graduated, still have notes from that same professor, and they can be like, oh, take this professor, she's good, here's my notes, or this is the website that I use to help me with OChem, or something like that. So that's like a challenging part about it. Another challenging part about being an English major is, so like I said, I'm learning a lot about people's cultures and stuff like that. So whenever I take a class and the focus is African American culture, well, clearly I am Black. Okay. Not a shocker. So I feel like a lot of people in my class kind of look at me like, oh, what is she gonna say? Or, oh, does she have an opinion about this? Or, you know what I mean? And that's fine, because I don't mind being vocal, or, speaking about something that I know the facts for. I'm not just gonna speak on something just to speak on it, but I want to make sure that I'm giving the correct information, because sometimes it is our job to educate people who don't want to take the time to do it for themselves, which sucks, but ignorance is bliss, looking ass. But yeah, so I just feel like sometimes it's a little bit awkward being in that kind of situation, and it happens a lot in English because, like I said, we're learning about cultures and stuff. You never know, what day we're gonna talk about somebody's culture, and everybody's gonna be like, oh, what do you think? Well, no, what do you think? I want to know what you think, because whatever you think, it might be a little skewed, it's probably wrong, so let me correct you after I know what you think. How about that? No, don't do that. But yeah, so that's one of the challenging things, is like being made to feel like you have to speak for a whole entire group when you don't have to do that at all. Number 4 is the advice I have for English majors. So my biggest thing is keep all your papers. Keep all your papers. Keep all your papers. I'm telling you, that's the most helpful thing that has helped me through this whole journey, because one professor might be asking for topic A, but you've already done topic A in another class, so why not just help yourself out? You don't want to make college hard, you know what I mean? So just help yourself out. You're not supposed to do that. Like, don't copy word from word type, thing. But like, if you know that you've written something like that kind of before and you have the paper for it, don't like just copy the same thing, but kind of twist it up a little bit. You already have the information on it. You already have the background knowledge on it. So bada boom, bada bing, you got yourself a nice little paper. My other advice is do not procrastinate. I am so guilty of this. I love procrastination. I don't know. It's helped me. I can't even lie, because I'm the type of person, I work best under pressure. I freak out a little bit, but when I get it done, I get it done good. You know what I mean? And for example, so like I remember I had a paper and our professor gave it to us like 2 weeks in advance, and I really didn't even look at the topic until like 2 nights before it was due. Like I completely forgot we even had a paper. And then in class one day he was like, "Oh, don't forget your paper's due on Wednesday," and it sure was a Monday. So I looked at the paper and I was like, "Yep, I don't know anything about this. Definitely haven't read yet." So yeah, it was pretty hard because I had to stay up, do a lot of reading and catching up and everything, but it was fine because like I said, I work really good when I have to move really fast. When you give me something early, I'm just gonna drag my feet. But don't do what I'm doing. That's the advice I'll give you, is not to do what I'm doing. Do what you're doing, which is not, don't procrastinate. But just don't procrastinate. That's what I'm trying to say. So yeah, that's that. And the last thing I want to talk about is different careers you can go to with English. A lot of people don't know what they can do with the English degree, and it's really endless. Honestly, when you get a degree, like you can really pretty much do whatever you want to do. Like, don't let them tell you that, oh, you're a bio, so you can't, work in this field, or you majored in English, you can't do it. No, you sure as heck can. Like, you can do journalism, you can do editorial, you can work for a really big magazine, you can do whatever you want to do, as long as you are willing to learn and, trust that you are able to put in your best foot forward. That's all that matters. I know for me personally, I wanted to be a teacher at first. I love kids. When I say kids, I don't mean babies. I mean like toddlers, like the ones that are walking and they can kind of talk to you. I like those, and I like high school students. I can't do middle school. It's just a very awkward age. I was really awkward in middle school, so yeah. And I can't do like it's a lot of nose digging, and I'm not here for that. So yeah. So I wanted to be a high school English teacher because I felt like when I was in high school, which high school was a really fun time. That's actually why I wanted to be a high school English teacher. I thought high school was the most funnest thing. I don't know if funnest is the word, but funnest thing ever. Like, I made so many good friends. My classes were fun. Like, I love high school. I love the environment. I love the vibe. It's always popping. You know what I mean? College is so like dry and dead. Like, yeah, so I wanted to be a high school English teacher because I always had the best English teachers, except for there was this one teacher, but we're not going to talk about her. But I had the best teachers, and I feel like when you are a teacher, there's so many other roles you take on as well. I know for some teachers that I have talked to, they actually have to take on the role as like a motherly figure for some of their students, because their motherly figure is not really in their life, or they're not really doing their job as a mother. And I just feel like everybody deserves a chance to reach their full potential, and if you don't have those kind of figures in your life, it's going to be hard for you to distinguish that. So yeah, but I completely changed that. I want to go into law now, and yeah, so that's pretty much it for this video, y'all. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you want to. It is what it is. This is my first one. I just wanted to do YouTube for fun, so yeah. All right, bye.